warm hands than cold hands? That's where it really begins, because you feel so good about yourself. You say, I want to open a college fund. I want to go on another trip. I want to enjoy my money. There's a lot to this. I know in my own situation, 5 years ago, my dad passed away. And I was the only one in the hospital with him when the doctor came in and said, you have 2 to 3 months to live. Well, the doctors were off by 2 to 3 months. He died 6 days later. But his first words upon hearing the news were, I've got no complaints. And you know why he said that? Because 5 years earlier, I had this talk with him. I told him to enjoy his money. He said, I always wanted to join a golf club. I said, Dad, join the golf club. He says, but that's only for rich people. I said, Dad, you're rich. And he joined the golf club. I tell you, it was one of the greatest things he ever did, the joy he got from it. Plus, me, my brother, and my sister, the grandkids are all in local towns. So the kids were there for everything. You know what goes on in these clubs? They have something on every holiday. If they don't have a holiday, they make one up. Clam bakes, you name it. We even started going there for Thanksgiving. No cooking, no cleaning, no fighting. The kids were all over the place. It was the greatest time of his life. One of the last things he said to me in that last week, he said, if I can just make it 2 more weeks, I get the 5-year discount on the club membership. He didn't make it. He didn't get the 5-year discount, but he also told me, make sure your mother keeps the club membership, which she does. And it happens to be right across the street from where my 2 kids go to high school. And on special days, she would take the kids out of school to have lunch at the club with Grandma. This is where planning begins. This is what makes you feel it. This is what makes you realize what you lived your whole life for. It's okay to enjoy your money. Remember, if you have a plan, you have more money for you now, more for retirement, and plenty more for your loved ones. And most of that can be tax-free, so you can enjoy your money. But there are just some people that can't let go, and I'm directing this to the husbands in the audience that can't seem to spend money and enjoy it. Here's advice, not from me, but from a greater source, Dear Abby. Dear Abby, my husband hates to spend money. I cut my own hair and make my own clothes and have to account for every nickel I spend. Meanwhile, he has a stock of savings bonds put away that would choke a cow. How do I get some money out of him before we are both called to our final judgment? He says he's saving for a rainy day. Signed, 40 years Hitched. Dear Hitched, tell him it's raining. I'm telling you the same thing. It's raining now. If not now, when? I don't want any of you to have the situation. I remember a beneficiary came back to me. His mother, both parents actually died, and they lost all the problems I talked to you about. And I'll never forget what he said. He said, now I know what to do the next time my parents die. That's too late. It's about picking a plan, taking action. Let's go back to where we started in the beginning. Remember I asked you how many of you would like to see your estate, your life savings consumed in this order? I said first the nursing home, and none of you raised hands. Then I said the Internal Revenue Service, still no takers. Then of course children, grandchildren, and charity. This is the order. I'm telling you this again, that more than 90% of the estates in this country are consumed in. Do you want to change the order? Yes. Do you want more money for you, more money for retirement, and more money for your loved ones? Then do you want it tax-free? Yes. Do you want the government's hands out of your pockets? Yes. Anybody can do this. Most people don't because they don't take action. 5 frogs on a log, 3 of them decide to jump. How many are left? You're looking at me like dogs looking at ceiling fans. What's the name of the dog in Lassie? No help here. 5 frogs on a log, 3 of them decide to jump. How many are left? 2. 5 frogs on a log. 3 of them decide to jump. How many are left? 5. Why? They only decided to jump. Yeah, I'll go to another seminar next week. I probably won't get hit by a train tonight. When should you do this? 3 words. While you're breathing. 2 words. Right now. You can take advantage of what I'm talking about. Anybody can, or you can choose the government plan. After viewing this program, if you still take no action, it doesn't mean you didn't make a decision. It means you decided on the government plan, which is what most people do. That's what the government hopes you do. I hope we changed your mind. We can create a plan that will take care of you now for retirement and for your family and turn most of this money, maybe all of it, to tax-free money forever. That's how you stay rich forever and ever.